with social media, I mean, at least for me, and I can only speak for myself, I choose to use it to obviously connect with the fans I want to hear. I think it's so great for our show. We're very much into social media. I mean, I know on Facebook and on Twitter, we're always talking about the episodes. Sometimes we tweet along with the episodes. Yeah, I think there can be, you know, kind of that fine line of where you could go overboard when it's too much into your personal life. And I mean,
but at the same time, like I think our generation is so lucky because this is a whole new way to connect with you guys and with the fans and the press. And I mean, I know for me personally, I want the people that watch the show to feel like they're my friends, because I feel like you guys are my friends, and I don't know, I think it's really awesome. My friends. Oh, I love that. You guys do the heart thing a lot here, like Taylor Swift. Yeah, it's cool. I just totally went off topic.
Ok, próxima.
Oi, meu nome é Leandro e sou do site sobre livros e série maníacos. Eu queria saber de vocês se vocês já leram os livros da série e se vocês já leram os livros.
Só um minutinho, o seu microfone está com um probleminha. Você pode, por favor, pegar o outro?
Oi, pronto, agora sim. Meu nome é Leandro, eu sou do site sobre livros e do site série maníacos e eu queria saber de vocês se vocês já leram os livros da série. E se vocês já leram, se isso ajuda ou atrapalha você, de repente, preparar os personagens para as temporadas.
I know that when I got attached to the show, this has been nearly 2.5 years ago, when I became a part of it, I immediately, you know, I'd seen the books around, and I immediately went and bought, at the time there were 7 of them out, and I think by the time we filmed the first episode, all of us were through all 7 books, because they're really addictive. I think it helps because you get to learn more about the character and like details about them that weren't necessarily in the script. But I feel like our show has definitely taken, you know, we take the good things from the books and then the writers have sort of incorporated different events into them as well. So it's sort of the best of both worlds.
I think at the beginning I definitely wanted to learn more about my character and the mannerisms and all of that, but then it got a little confusing when we started filming it, because I'm like, wait a minute, did we do this or did that just happen in the book? And so it got a little bit confusing, and then I sort of stopped after 6. So I told myself after the show is wrapped, like its total finale, that I will go and finish the books. So I want to know how Sarah ended it, but that's not to say that that's how we're going to end it. Now she's writing more, and now she's writing more, so yeah.
Próxima.
Hello girls, I'm Laura from Colombia, so I'm glad to be here. So you became like a fashion icon. I want to know, how do you receive that from the audience?
Like, how do we feel about, I mean, I know that I've always loved clothes and shopping, like, I'm a girl, obviously, you know, but I think part of it comes from, we have a really good wardrobe stylist on the show, and I think it's awesome that she's made each girl so distinctive, and we each have our own style, but I know that Aria's style is sort of, not today, but has sort of creeped into my personal life. So it's cool to be exposed to, you know, like new designers and like this massive ring over there. I don't know, I'm just like finding new things, and I love fashion.
I think even before the show, I was really into fashion.
Fashionista.
I think I went a little bit more casual when I went on the show because of Emily's style.
She's like an Adidas model on the show. She's always in sneakers and sweatpants.
But it is nice. I mean, we get the luxury. I went to Fashion Week in New York a couple weeks ago, which is really nice too. So I mean, it's great. It's another way to express yourself through clothes. So I think it's very fun.
Próxima.
Hi, I'm Pilar from Chile, and I want to know if you can tell us what's the funniest thing that has ever happened on set between
Funniest?
you. Yes.
I work with Ian Harding a lot, who plays Ezra, and he's like the most energetic human being alive, and he's a lot to handle. I love him to death. But I just remember it was really late at night, like I was really tired, I've been working all day, and I like turn my head and there's Ian like doing ballet down the hall, and like that's my image of him, is him just like, he always lightens the mood, and he's crazy, but I see him doing pirouettes down the hallway. That's mine.
I don't know if I can think of even one. I think like every single day, even yesterday, we were doing a little press moment, and Lucy and I couldn't stop laughing. And I mean, I think it's so funny, and I really wish that they release the bloopers reel, which is like
I'm
funny.
starting to think it's my face though, because I wasn't even doing anything. She just starts laughing. I'm like, what is this?
I have these thoughts.
No, but it's so much fun on set because we'll literally be like in that moment, we're like dun dun dun, get a text message, and then all of a sudden we're like.
And we're trying to like, I'm sure you guys watch the show, but we're always like looking at our cell phone and like looking it up. And so we're trying to like come up with new ways to do it because we have to do it all the time. It's really funny.
Hi, I'm Camila from Chile. I want to ask you, well, we know this show is for teenagers. What do you think about or use topics like lesbianism, bulimia, or crime things?
Oh, I mean, I think it's totally appropriate. I think we handle it in the utmost respect in every situation, and I feel like 13 isn't too young to talk about, your sexuality. I think even around that age, and possibly even earlier, you're kind of already questioning or like, you know what I mean? You know you have feelings. So I don't think it would be too young, and I definitely know that that's the demographic that's watching it, and upwards, and I don't know, probably even a little bit younger. As I've seen a couple times here, meeting these younger children, but I think we've handled it in the best way possible and kept it very tasteful.
And I feel like that's part of why the show is such a success, not only in the States, because I think we knew, coming here that it was big in America, but I don't think we've, expected this at all, but I think that's partly why it's such an international success, is because these issues and these topics, they're universal. Everybody goes through them.
Próximo.
Cadulo
A
from
man.
Série, yeah. And in response to that, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I'm 22 and I'm blind, so.
He's speaking English. I was like, I'm so confused. I'm like, okay.
So my question is, what's it like to work with your to-be parents, Holly, Nia, and Chad? And I'm very excited about Lucy's answer because I'm a huge fan of Holly Merrick.
I knew you were going to say that. She's got like a huge following.
Yes. I started watching the show because of Charmed and because of her.
That's awesome. I will let her know that.
Oh,
Holly,
thanks.
we text all the time. She's more of like a friend in real life. She's like the coolest woman in the world. She's almost like, she has 3 sons, and so she goes, like dirt biking. So she's totally a country girl, and she's just really down to earth. And I was excited to work with her going into it because she's been in the business for however long. She was on Charmed for 8 years. Like, that's a long time for a TV show. And she's been a lot of help. And then Chad has also become like a dad figure to me. So I think we're really, really lucky. And then I'm also close to Nia too.
What? Nia? I was like,
Yeah, she's
oh my gosh, first of all, you couldn't find somebody who looked more like me. And that's kind of difficult because I'm a mixture of many things. And so even when, I got casted with Nia, my mom was like, she looks more like your mother than I do. That's true. But I mean, she's such an amazing woman. She's so athletic, and she's the complete opposite of Pam Fields. So when she gets these lines, sometimes she's like, what? I would never say this. And I'm like, I know, it's called acting, Nia. But
Same with
so
Chad.
amazing.
Chad
Yeah,
is like
same with
so
Chad.
upset that he doesn't accept Arya and Ezra, and he gets so mad that Byron doesn't like this relationship. It's funny. And Nia, what? Oh, sorry.
Ok, a próxima pergunta.
Here.
Hi.
I'm a man and I'm old. And I like to say to you,
Come on, you're still here. That's awesome.
my name is Carlos. I have a newsletter called Columns and Notas. I would like to know, talking about prejudice, how do you deal with the habit of prejudice in your
Of being like an outcast.
being like a lesbian, like your character, or having this huge secret on your backs?
Well, I mean, I think definitely from the pilot season up until before she came out, that was some of the hardest things that I had, especially when I was with the other girls. Because I mean, playing a character who was having to hide something so big from her friends and her family, I mean, I felt a huge weight on my shoulders, and I couldn't imagine, and that's why I speak so much up about it. That's why I speak up so much about it, and I care so much about this, is because it was just so difficult to be in all those situations, and I was playing a character, and yet that was still so hard. So I mean, when Emily came out, and when we got to have that scene, everything after that, I was just like, whew. It was amazing. It was big for me too. So I couldn't imagine it. But yes, it was a struggle to do those episodes beforehand.
And just to complete, don't you think that your girlfriends accepted it so easily?
No, I'm just gonna pipe in. I think it's so cool that, you know, Aria, Spencer, and Hannah never even gave it a second thought. They were just like, okay, that's who you are. That's awesome. Like, we accept you, and it was never an issue. And I think that's a good message. To
Yeah,
send
I
out.
don't think your sexuality defines who you are at all, so it shouldn't be an issue. And if they are good friends, and if they are a good support team, then that would be like absolutely nothing. So
I wonder if Emily's gonna hit on Aria.
maybe.
Sure.
Thank you.
Próximo.
Hi, I'm from Venezuela. I would like to know if you realize that you are a role model for the teen girls around the world. And I would like to know if is this for you a kind of burden of responsibility?
I don't think I never really got into acting to be like, oh, I'm gonna have people look up to me and be a role model. I got in obviously because I love what I do, but I think all of us have sort of filled this position of having people look up to us, and I think it's awesome. I think we all, I speak for all the girls when we try to be responsible and try to make good decisions.
And I think, even before Emily, it was always something that I cared a lot about. But especially playing the character that I do, I work a lot more with the anti-bullying of the gay and lesbian community, and I work a lot with them. So I'm proud to be a voice for that community, and I'm very happy that Emily. I'm very extremely honored to play Emily. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Próxima pergunta.
Hi, I'm Mariana from Liars Addicted, and I'd like to know, did you know who was A since the beginning, or everyone in the cast was trying to discover it during the shoots?
Yeah, I think the writers are so brilliant, and so we get our scripts probably a day before we start shooting the actual episode, and we would just be scanning them to try to figure out. And so I think for me, I had a new, like a new theory each week of who I thought it was, and we recently finished the season 2 finale where you actually find out who A is. So we know who it is right now. And
Tell us.
I wish you'll find. Well, in the States and Canada, you find out in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you guys will find a way to
We're
find out
ready.
too.
Don't come on! You have a whole
We are
season
so
ahead
excited
of
to
you.
discover who
Yeah, but
it
if
is.
you haven't seen the whole season, you have to go in
Yes.
order because you'll miss some really great things. But and that's a politically correct answer, right? And then we start 3rd season in April, and I don't know. We have 25 more episodes to I don't know where the writers are going with the show. I'm really excited to see how it's gonna play.
Thank you.
Próximo, Lana.
Hi girls. Hi, Miriam from EST Magazine. So, you guys are friends on and off screen as well. And I want to know what kind of things you like to do together.
Oh, well, in LA, they have this one thing that we went to, and it's actually kind of weird, but it's in a graveyard and in a cemetery.
I know it sounds weird.
It does sound weird, and they have a huge movie screen, and you go and watch old movies.
Yeah,
And
take
it's so
food.
much fun. You bring food if you have a picnic, a bottle of wine,
Keegan,
and yeah, Lucy,
Keegan,
Keegan and I.
Toby. I don't know.
Diego.
We all sort of have all of our different relationships. Like one day I'll hang out with Keegan, and another day I'll hang out with Ashley. Or I don't know, but I think we all got really lucky because we all really do like each other. I know people want to make us out to think that there's drama and all this, but it's just fun. We're all sort of older, and we realize what our roles are, and we're all so different that it was never really an issue. So
We also have
Yeah.
the table.
yeah, because we have such
Próximo.
Hi, I'm Vivian from Outfits, the entertainment blog Mundo Out. And I'd like to know, how do you feel when people compare the show with other TV series like Desperate Housewives?
Oh, I think it's a huge compliment. I've heard Desperate Housewives, I've heard Gossip Girl, and I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'm such a fan of both of those shows, and it's very flattering to know that. I think, there are some differences, of course, to our show as to Desperate Housewives, but I've heard that quite a few times now, and it's always nice to hear. I think that show is really great.
I've actually never seen it, but do they just compare us because there's 4 girls?
Yeah, and there's somebody that died, and there's like mystery, but
I don't really watch
it's
a lot
like
of
a
TV.
young
Isn't that weird? I'm on a TV show and I don't really watch TV.
Hi, from Top Team Mexico. The question is, what would you ask your characters if you had them in front of you?
Oh, good question.
I've never been asked that.
Me
Put
neither.
on the spot,
Oh,
Shay.
go ahead, Lucy.
If Aria were in front of me, why don't you just, I would, like if I were her, she should have just changed schools when she saw, like why didn't you just change schools when you saw that the guy you just hooked up with is your teacher? Maybe that. That's a hard question,
Yeah,
right?
what do I ask Emily? I mean, I know what I would give her as far as advice, but what would I ask her? Like, what's your type so we can,
Finally figure out
a girlfriend for you.
Last time I realized Shay's character gets more action out of any of the girls. It's true. Like, let's think about all the girls she's been through.
That is true.
Yeah, what's your type?
That's what I ask.
Great question.
Okay, fundo.
Hi, I'm Florencia from Argentina. Lucy, you're a great singer. Are we going to hear you sing this season?
On the show, we haven't even, if they would ask me, absolutely in a heartbeat. In my personal life as Lucy, yeah, I will be working on my music this year, and so hopefully, later this year or next year you'll hear some stuff from me. Yeah, and thank you so much. That's sweet.
Hi, right here. Hello.
Hi.
Michelle Aroca, Série Maníacos. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations for the success of the show. Yes, I saw the video yesterday here at the hotel. That was crazy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
We had a few stars from other shows in Brazil, but I never saw anything like that. So congrats on the success of the show. And season 2, the season finale of season 2, will be A's identity will be revealed. And you think the people who read the books will be surprised as well, the people who's just watching the show. And can you talk a little bit about the scene when you guys find out about A's identity?
That might be pushing a little too close.
Just a little
Lucy
bit.
and I are always so careful. We're like, okay, gotta talk really
The publicist.
slow.
Yeah, because
The publicist here.
I mean, you have no idea how much I just want to be like, A's! I want to so bad, but I can't. I think some people will be surprised, some people will be like, I knew it, like, it's to each their own. Can we say anything about the scene? We're in dresses, we have curled hair,
Okay.
and that's it.
That you will be very, very surprised. I mean, we have taken quite a few things, away from the books, and it's my favorite episode. I know a lot of you said it's one of your
raises
favorite
the bar.
episodes too.
It's good.
And it is amazing. So wait for it.
And we're wearing makeup.
Hi, my name is Cynthia and I am from Paratins, Argentina. I want to know why do you think that the series Pretty Little Liars is so successful, and how do your life change after Pretty Little Liars?
I think the success is due to, like I said earlier, everything, the issues that we talk about, whether it be your sexuality or your love life or, all the issues that we deal with, they're international. Every girl or guy, at some point has gone through something like that. But also, this show is really dramatic. There's really good cliffhangers, and who doesn't love a good mystery? I don't know, I think it's part due to our brilliant writers who just even keep us on the edge of our seat. And how was it? I mean, my life has changed. I get to travel really awesome places like Brazil, and it just scheduling. I'm busier, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I get to wear clothes that aren't mine and then give them back at the end of the day. That's about it.
I say the same thing. Getting the luxury to come to Brazil and have so many amazing people here and getting to meet so many different people. That's probably the biggest difference for me.
Okay, thank you.
I just noticed we're all matching. That's awesome. You got the memo.
Yeah.
Próximo.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of the show, and I write
reviews every week about the show. And when they noticed that we guys were going to Brazil, I said on Twitter that I would brought a shovel to you guys, signed to me today. And people were, oh yeah, I have to do it. So I brought a shovel. It's in my bag. And I would like to know if you guys autograph me with autograph.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can I bring it there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ok,
Yeah.
let's go on. Vamos continuar com as perguntas enquanto ela...
Oh, that's pretty cute. Yay! I thought it was going to be like big metal one. That's so cute.
Ok, próxima pergunta.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Clara. In Brazil, the show is in Portuguese. So I want to know if you heard yourself.
I did. I couldn't sleep 2 nights ago, and I was just like, everything's in Portuguese. I got to CNN, and I was like, no. And I was like, what? I got to Boomerang, and I was like, oh, there's Ashley. And my voice is so funny. It's awesome, and I get to Shay, and yours is really deep.
He's like, Shay, I just saw the show last night on TV. You should have heard your voice.
But it's cool. It's really, I mean, I think it's amazing that we can be playing.
Oh, it's so cool, yeah.
But like, how do they get those jobs to dub different voices? Or for American? It's really cool. And but the emotion is still the same. It's still, they still have to prepare what we're saying, but it's just funny hearing a different voice coming out of my body. But it's cool.
Próximo.
Hey girls, Luciano, Jet, São Paulo here. And I was wondering what you're thinking about Brazil so far, because I know you're drinking Guaraná and you got a CD, a mix CD with Brazilian music.
I did. I got a Brazilian mix. I've gotten lots of really awesome. I think we both have Brazilian flags that we'll be sporting in our new homes. The food is amazing. First day we were here, we went to Devo that what she said, and ate really amazing Brazilian cuisine. We're going to Rio later this week, and we want to go to the beach and drink coconuts. Barima is, I guess, where we're going. And Shay wants some little tiny bikinis. Yeah. So, of course she does. All the guys were like, what? I just wish we had more time here because there's so much I want to see. I want to see, I don't know the official name, but the Christ in Rio. I hear it's breathtaking. I'll probably cry. I don't know, there's just, the people are beautiful. It's brilliant. It's everything and more that I thought it would be. He goes, thank you. Talk about you, sir.
Hi there, I'm Juliana from Ligado em Série. And you just told us that you finally found out who is A. So I want to ask you guys, how you see the series going forward? Finally find out how you see direction from there.
Well, I mean, yeah, we do find out who A is, and again, I'm going to speak very slowly, but that's not to say that was there one A? Was there a group of them? Was that the same person that killed Allison? There's many, many more questions that will be asked even after the season finale. So I think we have a lot to look forward to, and I have no doubt in my mind that the writers will take us on an even crazier journey after this.
You know what I want to see? I just want to see an episode where nothing goes wrong. These girls are just happy. You know what I'm saying?
They go shopping at the movies and have a sleepover. No text messages.
Like, we can't just have a normal day. Never.
Boring.
Now I think for a boring TV show, you're right.
Hello. Hi. I know that it might sound early to talk about past, but I want to know if you are already thinking what you're gonna do after the show's end.
I mean, knock on wood, they put this here just for that. I mean, I see it going for a little bit longer, I really do. And I mean, there have been talks about maybe doing a film to wrap it up, maybe. Who knows if that'll happen. My music was my first love, so hopefully dive into that. And then, I think all of us want to move on to film careers. And, this is all in my perfect world, but yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I would love to work on the show for as long as possible. Do like the Golden Girls, Pretty Little Liars. In wheelchairs. But yeah, I mean, I would also love to do movies too. I love action movies, and that would be something that I'd like to do. Obviously,
Bond girl. Don't you see her as a Bond girl? Yes.
And then travel. I get so excited whenever we get to go somewhere. And Brazil's always been on like my list of places to visit, so I'm so happy to be here. But yeah.
Hi girls, I'm Vivi, and I want to ask Hale to sing for us a little bit.
Yeah, Lucy.
Come on, you got I get shy. I'm sorry. But you guys have to wait till the end of the year. It'll be such a good surprise. Think about it. If you just wait till the end of the year. But I do have a question. Do any of you guys like country? Yeah. Okay, good. Because that's the music I'm gonna do. So, yay. But thanks for your question. Sorry. Shay, will you samba for us? Yes. She will watch.
Hey, I'm back. Here.
Hi.
Lucy, how was working with Wes Craven on Scream 4?
I have to tell you, going into, I don't know how many of you have seen Scream 4, but being a part of it, even though it was a tiny role, like I was so nervous to work with Wes because he's an icon. He's a horror movie icon, and I get there and he's literally, you guys, he's like the sweetest man in the world, and made me feel so comfortable, and even pranked me on set. I don't know, they had this like bloopers reel, and he wanted me to, because he could tell I was a little nervous, and so he was like, okay guys, like we gotta get serious, like this is a real take. Lucy, come on, bring your A game, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so nervous. And I open the door, and he has the Scream mask guy, who nobody knows who he is, like nobody's ever seen his face, jumps out and scares me. And so he's just so unbelievably nice, and I felt really honored to work with him. Are you a horror movie fan? Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Mais uma pergunta? Não? Ok, ela tem uma pergunta ali.
Hi, do you think there is some part of you that became, some part of Lucy that became Aria, and some part of Shay that became Emily?
Yes, I do. And I mean, I think even as we go along in every episode, the writers and everybody who's also creating the show, they kind of take notice to certain things that we say in our own lives and how we talk to one another, and they even incorporate that into some of the words. And I mean, we stick to the words, to the script pretty much, but like every so often we'll add in something that we would normally do or that feels, appropriate for the situation. And so then they let us do that too. But I definitely think that more and more they're writing for us, and like they know what we're going to say and how we talk to one another. So
yeah, and I think going into any role as an actor or as an actress, you have to find something about that character. You have to find yourself in that character, or you won't connect. Like it won't work. And I feel like with Aria, she's so similar to me, and that's why I feel like that's why I feel like I've connected so much to her. Yeah, so I definitely see myself in her.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hi.
I would like to ask you about you have young fans, but the show works for old people too. I have a lot of friends in the 30-something that watch the show and were fans, and I would like to know, how do you think this works and why?
Well, I think it definitely works. I mean, my mom and dad watch it too, and it's not just because I'm on the show. But I mean, they're such fans of look at the Holly Marie Coombs, Chad Lowe, Nia Peoples, Combs. I always do this. I'm sorry. Combs.
You were forgetting Laura Lane.
Combs. Laura Lane. Laura Lane. So many amazing people. And so our parents are watching that because when they were our age, they were watching, Melrose Place or Fame. And I also think that we involve a lot of their relationships as well in the storylines. I mean, Laura Lane has quite a juicy one, which she did at the beginning. So, yeah, I mean, the relationships with the parents and their children, I think that's why, a lot of parents are even older people watch it as well.
Thank you. I'm a fan from Big Expense.
Hi, I'm Giovanna from Natalie. Hi. It was me that gave
The playlist.
Yes, the playlist.
Yes, I can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah. So my question is, who do you think that you finished in relationship at the end of the show?
I'm sorry?
Com quem vocês acham que vocês vão terminar em relacionamento no final do
Hook up with.
Lucy or me?
Dos personagens.
Like hook up. Oh. Who do I think Arya's gonna be dating? Emily? I think Arya will be with Ezra in the long run. Absolutely. She loves the dude.
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. There's been talk of more girls. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused as to who she will end up with. I honestly would be lying if I told you I knew or had any inkling as to. I don't know.
Right. You're gonna go.
Yeah, I think there might be some more people. What a Pretty Little Liars. I'm just kidding. That would not, no.
Hi, now in English. I want to know if you have afraid to become famous forever like Emily and Arya. You know that in famous series, the actors became famous forever like the persons like did in the series, like Murder in X-Files, like Kevin Arnold, Wonder Years. I want to know if you have this feeling of to be forever Emily and forever Arya.
You know, it's funny, I was thinking about that the other day because sometimes when I go out, people, you know, they don't know me by Lucy, they call me Arya. Like some people actually think I'm Arya. And like people on Twitter or online get so upset when Arya does something wrong and then they take it out on Lucy. So, I mean, it's definitely a blessing. I mean, you know, I would be honored to be known for the show. You know, it's been the biggest stepping stone I could ever ask for. But you know, I'm pretty faithful that you know we'll all go on to do other things as well. I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But it's definitely crossed my mind. Like I'll always be Arya Montgomery. But it's awesome. I like it.
Yeah, well, we definitely will always be these characters, but I also think, like Lucy was saying, that we'll go on to do different things too. And this is only a little bit of each of us. And I mean, especially for me, like I love playing a character who is so completely different from me, not only in style, but in a lot of like her personality and stuff as well. So I'm excited to do some different stuff in the future, but right now we're having so much fun on the show.
Gente, duas perguntas finais.
Hi. When you are hanging on streets and the fans stop you for take pictures and give presents, this bother you a lot?
Are you kidding?
No.
I love presents. Please. No. You know, it's so crazy because what's happening here in São Paulo, it doesn't happen like that in LA because people just go about their lives. Like you'll see, you know, you'll be walking down the street and you'll see like Selena Gomez or you know, it just happens. And so I think it's just when we're traveling that we really realize how much people enjoy the show. But like I said, I love gifts. And I will never not take a picture or sign something for anyone, ever. I mean, you guys are why the show is successful.
Here, hi again. I want to ask you two questions. First, who is your favorite character, but yours? And then finally, why would you recommend us and the people to watch the new season of Pretty Little Liars?
I would say watch every episode 5 times. Have a notebook, write down everything. Because it's funny, but I think after you find out, you know, the season finale of season 2, when you go back and you can watch all the episodes, you notice different things. It'll be a whole other way to view it. And then, sorry, wait, I just totally blanked out. What was it?
Who's your favorite character,
Yes.
but yours?
Who's my favorite character but mine? This is so difficult to say.
Yeah, but Emily, or Shay, what's your name?
I could lie, but I'm not going to. I honestly love Spencer's wit. I think some of her lines that she says are like hilarious, and she's always just the one that's like really, really girls. And it's just so funny. So I would have to say Spencer.
I think mine is Allison. I think if I could play any other character, excuse me, it would be Allison. I think she's so interesting, and it's like there's so many different layers to her and her character, and you know, especially in season 2, you get to know more of why she acts out the way that she does and why she treated people in this way. And I think Sasha, she's only 16. I don't think people realize that she is so young, and she plays this character like a pro. She's like mature beyond her years.
Why would you recommend us to watch?
I mean, if you've seen season 1, it's that times 10. I mean, we definitely raise the bar in every sense of the word, and you know, more cliffhangers, and I mean, it's just getting closer to, you know, our target, which is A, and you just get to know the girls better. You get to see their relationships, their love lives, you know, go through roller coasters, all of them, and it's just much more entertaining. I didn't think it was even possible, but the writers and the rest of the cast just made it possible.
I would recommend watching it with the lights on. There we go. My tip to all of you.
Thank you.
Ok, gente, elas vão levantar agora.